Yellow, what is up guys? Rum here from Team Duel League, and I'm going to do a deck profile for Machina 2020, July 2020. So I'm excited to do this deck profile. This is, I think, the first time Machina had its own version of the deck. Most of the time Machina is only used for Fortress. It's mixed in with like other decks. It's used as like a little engine to kind of extend and use it as like a boost up power, but this time Machina has its own version. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with it. Triple Machina Soldier, since it's a pure Machina deck, you can definitely abuse this guy. It's definitely a starter. You can only use its effect if you don't control any other monster. So you normal summon this, and you can special summon any Machina from your hand. So you can summon Citadel, Fortress, Megaform, Air Raider, Radiator, or Air Raider. So really great card, but there's times where it's kind of bricky. But at the same time, it's a machine monster, so you can discard it for Fortress. So really good starter. Next up, Triple Fortress. It's still a really good card. Fortress does what it does the best. You can destroy one card if it's destroyed by battle. If it's targeted by a card effect, you can look at your opponent's hand and discard one. It's still really great card. What I've noticed is that you're using it more of as a discard fodder for Irradiator and a summoning. You use it to summon because it's a lower level, just to trigger the Citadel as well. But nonetheless, it's still a really great card. I would still definitely play 3. I tried running 2, tried running 1, didn't really work out. Definitely a 3. And then from there on, we have the version of Fortress that finally stood up. Oops, wrong card. Which is Megaform. So Megaform is a whole lot better now because it can summon any Machina monster. It can summon Citadel. It can summon Irradiator, Fortress. Most of the time you summon Possessed Storage, because Possessed Storage brings him back. So it's more of like an extender. Really great, but depending on what your play is, this guy can summon anything. And then on top of that, basically Fortress, who stood up and put more armor. He looks boss, really badass looking, and has a really badass effect. So basically you can destroy one Earth Machine monster, and then destroy it. It's basically a field wipe. So it went from a regular Fortress to Fortress standing up and Fortress putting in armor, and from there on it keeps having like a better and better effect. So really great. I would definitely play 3 of each. From there on, we will proceed to the searchers. Gear frame, the OG searcher. Most of the time you search Fortress. I'm used to that. I kept playing it that way, but this guy can search Air Raider. This guy can search Megaform. This guy can search Citadel. Really great card. It's just like a little bit of getting used to, because I played Machina for the longest time, so I'm used to just normal summon and then you search Fortress right away. But as of right now, there's so much better plays. And on top of that, Gear frame did an upgrade on his armor. Now we have Metal Cruncher. Metal Cruncher, you can normal summon it. Its attack gets half. Not necessarily like an important part. Doesn't really affect you that much. It's not really a downside, but the level not changing is a really good part. Also the fact that it's a level 9 gives you like an alternative play, because you can make Calamities. So, and Calamities is by far one of like the best Exceed monster that there is. So yeah, these are your best searchers: Gear frame and Metal Cruncher. Basically Gear frame adding more armor, or basically adulting. Now we have the 2 Air Raiders and the Triple Irradiator. Still don't understand why this didn't come out super. This is definitely a whole lot better than Air Raider. Air Raider, you have to use it during your opponent's turn. This one can extend your plays during your own turn. So I definitely prefer playing 3 of these. And then also at the same time, these guys trigger Citadel. So 3 and 2 seems to be a perfect ratio for me. Next up is possessed storage. This is the last Machina monster you're going to be playing. This guy, I would play it at 3, but 2 seems to be a perfect number. It's more of an extender than anything, but it does have a really good effect of targeting another Machina monster and a spell trap card to your control, and then you can bounce both of them. So really great. But at the same time, you mostly use this to summon this guy using Mega Form. So yeah. And then for the non-Machina stuff, we have 2 of the Pegasus. Really great card. This brings back any Earth Machine monster, and it has that level modulation, so you can make anywhere from rank 4, rank 9, rank 10, rank 7 even. You can modulate it, and it's really great. Also, it's still a machine, so you can summon it using Platinum Gadget, and it doesn't negate its effect. So by summoning this using Platinum Gadget, you revive something else, and then just kind of keep going on your budget play. So yeah. From there on, we have a little bit of support from the train variant. I definitely like Heavy Freight Train a whole lot more than Bullet Train. Bullet Train you can only summon if you only have Earth Machine monster, but Heavy Freight Train, it triggers anytime that your Earth Machine monster is normal or special summon. So it doesn't matter if you have Union Carrier on the field, if you have Dingirso on the field, because those are light and dark. You can still trigger this guy, but this sometimes becomes dead, but it's helpful because you have like that revival. You can revive like a Earth Machine if it's sent to the graveyard. And then this one also, it pops a card if it's detached as a Xyz material. So this with Gangari Dai, you pretty much pop 2 cards and then burn 1,000. So with testing, I end up really liking this card a whole lot more. And then for the non-machine, one of the best monster in here. This is kind of like where I revolve the build around. The deck makes rank 8 super easy. It's 90%. I did like a test hand and everything, and it always makes a rank 8. Most of the time my end board would be a Citadel, Dingirsu, Union Carrier, and then attaching this to a Dingirsu. Dingirsu protects this, so you have a higher chance of making sure that this stays on the field. Citadel destroys your opponent's monster that's less than 3,000 attack or so. It's a really great opening. I really like this, so I kind of revolve the build around this guy. But even though if I don't like end up being able to play this variant, I can still make a rank 8 play. I can make a Lynx, so it's still a really good play, and I can still summon Citadel. So that is it for the monster lineup. For the spell and trap, it's a really short, because you're pretty much monster heavy. For spell lineup, you have the redeployment. It's the best searcher there is in the deck. Opening up with this opens up so much other plays, gets your missing pieces and such. It's a combo variant deck, so you definitely need to grab 2 more pieces from your deck. Triple limiter removal. I will never ever cut this card down. As if you guys have seen some of my older videos, I absolutely love this card. This card steals games. This with Juggernaut becomes 6,000 that can attack all your opponent's monster. So it doesn't even matter what monsters they have in there. As long as you can get into battle phase, it's gonna be game from there. And then for 2 ofs, you have the Twin Twister just to get rid of back row. Helps you push through with your OTKs and such. We have the 1-ofs as Reasoning, Succession, Foolish, and Reborn. This is more of a fun card for me, but it works out so well. Foolish Burial is a must. Reborn is a really good card. World Legacy Succession is more of an extender, but it does help a lot. So these 1-ofs are really helpful. And then the last 2 cards in the main, Machina Overdrive. So if you don't end up with your play with a Citadel, since Citadel is like one of like the best card in the deck, you can just set Machina Overdrive. You can even pop Union Carrier, pop the Knuckle, Double Anger Knuckle, whatever the name of that guy is. You can pop any machine monster and then summon Citadel. So it gives you like that kind of extra copy for Citadel, since Citadel is one of like the best cards in the deck. Alright, so now for the extra deck. So here's the guy, Double-Headed Anger Knuckle. So it's such a long name. So there's a lot of times where I make this guy and keep special summoning level 10s, so you can make the rank 10 play. You can make the trains, Sky Palace, Gangaridai, into Leeb and everything. So really great card. Union Carrier is super important because Union Carrier will attach, you can even attach your Bullet Train. So if Bullet Train does go to the graveyard later on, you can still get a plus. You get a search from the graveyard, or you can add from the graveyard to your hand. But most of the time you attach the Destruction Sword to a Ningirsu, which is extra protection. So it was really great. Clifford Genius for like a skill drain esque kind of version. Also, it's unaffected by spell and trap, so that in link monster effects, so that sometimes that is super helpful. Platinum Gadget to extend your plays. Armalire, the Star Leader Dragon. This is something I've done a lot of research, and I was like testing, and it actually helps out. One, it's a dragon. You can use Union Carrier to attach Destruction Sword to this. It's also dark, so it's the same thing. You can still attach, equip Destruction Sword to this. But also at the same time, if I have like an extra monster in the hand, I can try and summon the same monster that it points to kind of extend, kind of like Platinum Gadget. But this will be stuck on the field. So if I don't, which is very rare, if I don't have a way to make Ningirsu, I will try and make this and extend 2 more monster, and then make Union Carrier, and then attach Destruction Sword to this guy, which is still a really viable play. It is just like an alternative. So these are the link monsters I play. For the Exceed, we play Baguska, Dweller, and Tornado for the rank 4. Probably like the best rank 4 you can possibly play. Baguska is more of a stall until you get like the right pieces for the combo. And then I do play like at least 1 rank 7, because you can make 2 Fortress, a Fortress, and a Pegasus, and it's also a Dragon and a Dark, so you can attach Destruction Sword to this guy. Best ones would be Ningirsu and Titanic. These two are both Dragon, they're Dragon and Dark, so you can attach Destruction Sword to both of these guys. For the rank 9, we play Calamities, because Calamities is too good not to play if you do have the option for it. It's basically just 2 Metal Cruncher, or Metal Cruncher and a Pegasus, because Pegasus has the level modulation. You can make him level 9. And then from there on, the last one would be Sky Palace Kangaridai. I did cut off Gustav Max. I think it's the Winmore version, but I did put this guy in, which is Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. This is a whole lot better, because if once you make a rank 10, they're gonna stop you from your play. So making this and making it unaffected by anything, make sure that you can go into Juggernaut Leap, and Juggernaut Leap is one of your win condition. So yeah, that's the main deck and the extra deck. Hope you guys like it. I'm mainly gonna use this as a reference. So far, I'm super happy with this build. If I end up changing some of the build and I'm not happy with it, this is something I'm gonna go back into. If you guys want to try it out, feel free to. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free to let me know. Let's build up machines as best as we can. Peace out.